Oh, hi everybody. I'm out in the stairwell in my building. I'm out in the stairwell, sitting on a chair that I brought out here with me. I almost brought my laundry basket too, and I have my ear light on. I'm pretending that I'm in the stairwell at work someplace in a Broadway theater waiting for people to need to be quick changed. I'm gonna be waiting for a while. But I missed it so much I thought, oh, let's go pretend that we're at work in a cold hallway wearing black clothes. Anyway, someone asked the other day, how did I get into dressing? So, okay, here you go. I had an acting career for many years, doing less than stellar shows, nothing big enough for Billy. I always wanted bigger and better, but I always stitched. My mother taught me how to sew the basics when I was in middle school, I guess, and by high school I was just kind of figuring it out for myself. Loved Halloween, loved making costumes, and all that kind of stuff. So I always just kind of had that going on while I was doing my acting thing. And once I started working professionally, I would always end up in the wardrobe department or in the costume shop at Summer Stock, just, you know, to hang out or also say, hey, do you need any help? And just kind of always did costumes. And between acting gigs, if there was costume work or wardrobe work to be done, I tried to find it and did that. Eventually, after being in the acting unions for a while, I don't even remember how or why, and I do think it was 25 years ago this fall, actually, I sent a resume to Radio City Music Hall and got a job on the Christmas Spectacular. Marion Wilson gave me my union card, and I ended up in IATSE and in Local 764 Wardrobe and did the Christmas show. Then that next spring I did what ended up being the last Radio City Spring, I think it was called the Spring Spectacular they used to do, and I did that. Then I put that union card away and I was acting again for years and kind of filling and doing wardrobe forever on different stuff. And then eventually, between jobs again and needing money and having that union card, I thought, well, why didn't I send resumes around Broadway? And at the time, I decided I'm gonna send resumes to shows that I don't think I have a role in, that they wouldn't be seeing me for anything on stage. And in part of that, I sent a resume to Beauty and the Beast. What I didn't know at the time was they were moving from the Palace Theater on Broadway, retooling, taking 6 weeks off, because when you do 6 weeks, you can void all contracts, cut some people, everything like that, and remount. Anything less than that, you can't cut people once the show is open. So with the 6 weeks off, they could retool. So they were moving to the Lunt. Marilyn Knotts called me in to interview because she thought she knew me. She didn't know me, but she called me in. We're talking about the tracks that she has that she needs to fill for people, one of them being the Lumiere track. And just in discussion, I was saying, well, as an actor, I have been a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle inside of a 34-pound sweat machine, so I know what it's like to be in a cumbersome, awkward costume and needing assistance from people around you to help, because Lumiere has flaming hands and can't help himself. And I had also been doing costumes for, if anyone knows, from New York, there was a restaurant, a theme restaurant called Mars 2112, which was a Martian, you take a shuttle to Mars and you're eating in a cavern on Mars, and I did their very bizarre Martian costumes. I do upkeep and maintenance and rebuilding on that. So between those two different odd materials and cumbersome costumes, Marilyn ended up asking me, well, you're hired, do you want a men's ensemble track or the Lumiere track? And I said, Lumiere track. And my feeling was, I'll do this job, this will be my job, and then once we're settled and the show's back up and, you know, going through previews again and remounting in a new theater, and I just fell in line with people that had been doing that show for a long time, so it was easy for me to just kind of follow the ropes and figure it out with them on Broadway. Then I'll go back to auditioning. And it took very little time to realize, no, wait a minute, I've only ever wanted to be on Broadway. I'm just off stage, not on stage. It's okay, because I was doing more auditioning than acting anyway, and I hate auditioning. And then Broadway Cares came up, you know, stuff to start doing more work with, which I'd already done some, but doing Broadway Cares events with my Beauty and the Beast family was like, I'm home. And I stayed at Beauty and the Beast for 7 years. And I don't know that I could ever do a 7-year run of one show again, but that one was home and family, and my life changed so many times and in so many ways during the run of that show. So that's how it started, and then I just kept going, and now it's 27 shows later, and I'm waiting for the next one, and I'm gonna get out of the stairwell, because people are gonna come down like, what are you doing? Okay, bye.